Hello family and friends, this is Rob the Sapper Gardener representing Essayons Family Garden, and we're going to do a really quick video today. Hopefully you can hear me over the outside noise fine. But one of our friends, our YouTube friends, Homestead in the Hood, asked if we could show how we heat our greenhouse. So we're going to step inside real quick and show our heating system. We do have a heater hooked to our solar battery, and we also have rigged up a temporary, you can see now here to our outlet, temporary cable going out. And eventually what I'll do is I'll rig up something a little bit more permanent and a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, if you will. And maybe even a barrier line going out. We do have a acquaintance who does underground wiring. He's done some other stuff for us and the neighbors, and we may have him bury a line, more permanent line going out to the greenhouse. But let me show you what we have inside. Yeah, we definitely want to do something with this cord because it's a bit of an eyesore now, but it's working. So let's see what we've got in this packed and crowded greenhouse. So we got almost all of our frost sensitive plants inside the greenhouse now, including our pineapple, our calamundan, our Meyer lemon, our Barbados cherry. We've got it all. And we have a small heater that we bought off of Amazon. I'll sit and I'll give a few details about it. But this was one of the lowest watt heaters we could find, and it was advertised specifically for greenhouses and small spaces. And obviously our greenhouse is small. It's 8 by 8. If you've got a larger one, you would probably need a larger heater than we have. And for this time of year, things are working out great. We did have some concerns because during the day our greenhouse does get pretty warm in here. It's probably about 80 degrees right now. If I step back, I can tell you exactly how warm it is. Yep, a little bit over 80 degrees in here now. So one of the issues that we have with our battery bank, if you just heard, during the day, our greenhouse fan still comes on, and that does draw power. I'm actually going to adjust it a little bit to 90. So during the day, our greenhouse fan still comes on. If it gets warm enough, it's probably about 65, 70 outside today, but we don't want our fan drawing all the power that we'll need at night. But we have a very simple Inkbird thermometer that's set, and it's got two settings on it. It's got a cool setting and it's got a heat setting. You set it with these buttons, and it's hooked up to our Wi-Fi, which I'm about to talk about a little bit more. And on the thermostat, you've got two outlets. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm showing you. One is upside down. Let me flip it. So one is for cooling, one is for heating. And once you get that set, your thermostat controls when your fan comes on and when your heat comes on. And you just saw the fan come on. The heat is the same way. And really basic setup. If we do have a situation where our batteries run low at night, which we have not had yet, I'll just come out and I'll hook up our wall connection, and that'll run the fan, the heat. So let me go to a nice, quiet, less crowded place to talk about both. And we do utilize our window setup to help the fan. So on warm days like now, it's in the 60s, maybe 70 outside, we open the window and that helps prevent us from using the fan as much on warm days. Alright, so I am back inside with my number 2 helper, SK2. He's doing some of his wonderful artwork. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about our greenhouse heating situation. So we have a Inkbird Wi-Fi temperature controller ITC 308, and I'm going to try to show you guys the Wi-Fi setup for it. I'll probably throw up a few still photos, but the Inkbird system is super simple. I tried to find the simplest one I could find that would do dual heating and cooling, and this one does it both. So once I downloaded the Inkbird app, which is actually good because the Inkbird app works for this. We just got a sous vide heating wand. It works on this too. But once you go into your app, well, that's not good. Let me take a break. So, one thing I did learn playing around with the Inkbird system while I was recording this video, if you do unhook it from one power source to another power source, that resets your thermostat, then you have to reprogram it again. So you definitely don't want to have to switch it too many times. But the Wi-Fi connection is really easy. You go in, it's got a scan device, you hit a button, your thermometer blinks, and then it goes through a cycle to connect, if you have home Wi-Fi, to hook it up to your Wi-Fi. And I'm sure if you have a hotspot, you could do something similar, because I assume not everyone has home Wi-Fi that they can run out, but I think most people do. And you download the Inkbird app, you open it up, and you're going to have the settings so you can program your thermostat outside. You can program it on your phone, and it's really simple. It actually gives you alerts if your temperature gets too high in the greenhouse or too low. And if our heat does get too low, which again we have not had that problem with yet, then you can go and you can switch it over. But we haven't had super cold temperatures here, but if we do, then we'll go out and we'll make adjustments. And let's see. So playing around with it for the video, we did turn the heat on before we reset our settings. So the greenhouse got warm, so this is actually a perfect time. If your greenhouse is too warm or too cold, it sends you an alarm and a notification. I just had my son go out, my oldest son go out, and I opened the greenhouse window. So it's 96.7, the fan is on, and in a few minutes the alarm should go off once the temperature goes back down. But you have a notification setting for the heat and one for the cold. And to adjust your temperatures, you got a very simple interface here. You go in, you set your high temperature, which is when your fan would come on, or your cooling system, and you have a low temperature, which would dictate when your heat comes on. And you can adjust those by a few degrees, so that if it goes to your cooling temperature, it comes on a few degrees before it gets there, or a few degrees after. And same with the heating, but very simple. And the heater we got, let me look it up really quick on our Amazon page. So the heater we got is a small iPower electric heater fan for greenhouse, grow tent, workplace, overheat protection, fast heating, spray waterproof, IPX4 black. And then I'll put links to this and the thermostat down below in this video. And I'll pop up a picture around here somewhere. And again, our heat system has worked for us. I think the lowest temperature we've had outside has been 28 degrees. But our greenhouse temperature has never gone below 40-ish. So the heater works, our fan we knew worked from the summertime, and our greenhouse window has been open for less than 2 minutes, and our heat setting has already gone back down. So apologies, my phone is low bat, so I've got it on the charger. Our temperature went down from 94-ish something down to 89 in a matter of a minute or so. So between the fan and the window, we don't have any problem cooling our greenhouse. And between our iPower electric heater fan, we don't have any problem. And again, we are using solar. We do expect to have to switch our thermostat over and our heating system over if it gets really low. And our friend Bill at Little White Dory warned us, really low sustained cold temperatures, we expect the batteries may get drained in, the solar batteries. If we have a lot of overcast days, we expect our batteries to get drained, so we do have the backup, but it only takes about 5 minutes to switch over from the battery power to our wall outlet. So we think this will work for us and keep our greenhouse going for hopefully the foreseeable future. And if it doesn't, we'll always look at other ways that we can set up to keep it warm and to keep it cool. So short video, how we heat and cool our greenhouse. Hopefully this helps anyone who's thinking about doing the same for theirs. It's very simple. I'm sure there are other ways that you can keep your greenhouse warm. I'm sure there's other thermostat and heating solutions, but these are the ones that work for us. So hopefully this helped our friend Homestead in the Hood and anybody else who's heating theirs up. So for Essayons Family Garden, this is Rob the Sapper Gardener saying God bless our great nation America, and God bless you wherever you reside around the world. Take care. Sapper out.